Today we're going to talk about relationships and conflict as part of Chapter 10. Relationships are an important part of what keeps us happy and healthy, as you saw in the wellness wheel. And they contribute to this sense of health and well-being in a variety of ways. In a relationship, we often experience positive emotions. We feel more engaged. Um, our partner supports us more, and we often experience a sense of meaning and accomplishment in that relationship. What undermines it? Well, I assigned Gottman and Career's article, and you'll find it in D2L. What you will see here is that they describe 4 things that are very predictive of problems in relationships. And Gottman and Career talk about these as the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, that these 4 things are very predictive of problems in relationships. Stonewalling, where we withdraw to avoid conflict and also express our disapproval. Responding with contempt by attacking or insulting and abusing that person. Behaving defensively by warding off the attack and reversing the blame. It's not about me, this is all you. Or criticizing, so verbally attacking the other person or that person's character. What Gottman and Career say is that the problem isn't the anger. Anger is pretty normal, but how we handle that anger. So rather than avoiding the other person, we may want to step back until we're calmer, but then engage, listening to the person and responding to their concerns. Instead of responding with contempt, respond respectfully. Instead of responding defensively, listen to your partner's concerns and accept appropriate responsibility. That doesn't mean it's all your fault, but what part of it is yours? Avoiding criticism and instead focus on the behavior. So often I statements are useful here. So things like, I feel dismissed when you walk out of the room rather than dealing with my concerns. Now, this is some research that my students did in this class several years ago. And they were asked to, how much do they contribute to relationships relative to your partner? These are both good relationships, men and women. And you see that most people, both men and women, describe their relationships as being pretty even, pretty equal, although probably more women are saying that they put a little bit more energy and time in than their partners. These are healthy relationships. Now, I only have data for women because my students didn't interview as many men, but in general, women are much more likely to, or the women in good relationships often describe the relationship as pretty even. And you see, very little of that in bad relationships. So 49% versus 8%. A lot of women are saying, I put more time in than my partner does. Although there's also a fair number who say, I put less time in than my partner does. That unevenness seems to be related to what's going on in the relationship. So Gottman and Career talk about a number of different things that we can do instead. They say, we can use humor and gentle Positive teasing. We can express our appreciation. I really like, that you made dinner tonight. We can soften our complaints. Rather than attacking the person, we can use an I statement, which feels more acceptable for most people. We can listen and respond non-defensively, accept and support each other. We're not going to get to a place where there's no conflict, but if we can respond more positively, that'll work better. Some things that we can, specific things we can do, is work on our listening skills, develop win-win situation or solutions, something that both you and your partner feel good about, a place where we resolve rather than avoiding conflict, where there's some interdependence rather than people being separate from each other, where they're supporting each other, coming together, but allowing some privacy, okay? So they don't have to only be together. Some emotional intimacy, commitment, and willingness to resolve problems rather than just letting it hang over your head. And doing rather than only feeling loving. So how do you show your partner that you love him, love her? What we want to do is work towards meeting the other person's needs and our own needs. So finding some way of doing that works best. And I'll see you for the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.